now. Presented by Sprite, the 2K pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to 2K Sports. Along with Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the San Antonio Spurs at AT&T Center. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. They continue to pile up the wins, only one loss in weeks. They expect to win every time they take the court. Hey, how about the Morris twins, Markieff and Marcus, only the second set of twins to play as NBA teammates, Shaq?
We have the same tattoos, the same hairstyle, drafted only 2 picks apart. Markieff asked the GM every day to trade for his brother.
Yeah, they got the same birthday, too.
Talk about chemistry. These two grew up playing together, and they have that connection, Ernie. Really special out there on the court.
Got the same mother, too.
And the same father.
Same birthday. They like the same kind of cake.
And they both had the same doctor.
Yeah, at the same hospital.
The same birthday.
Yeah, they do. Same everything.
Same teachers.
Well, I guess they're twins.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Here's Kevin Harlan.
We've got NBA basketball in store for you. We're live at the AT&T Center in San Antonio, Texas, the home of the Spurs, live on Sports. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. On the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. Taking a look at Phoenix, winning their last 3 games. They'd like to make that 4 in a row here tonight.
And you know, Kevin, they look like they're having fun out there, a real party. I mean, I love what I'm seeing from them in terms of their chemistry. But playing well and winning games will do it for you. That goes hand in hand. Good chemistry, wins, and fun.
Yeah, chicken or the egg, Clark, which comes first? I'm not sure, but they've got both right now. Great chemistry, winning games, the communication, the camaraderie, the fun, and really the effort and the passion that they're showing. It's all great stuff.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. They've got Bledsoe, Alex Len out there with Markieff Morris. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Tucker in at the 3 spot. Now, here is Morris. Bledsoe kicks to Len. That one rolling around and rims out. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the Timberwolves at Target Center.
And, Kevin, they played such terrific defense in that game. It took a lot of pressure off them at the other end of the court.
Yeah, and you can't just pick 1 or 2 players out. who stood out defensively. There was plenty of credit to go around.
Shot clock at 2. Here's Leonard, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, so smart, a former foreign intelligence officer during the Cold War. If he's a little tight-lipped with the media, maybe that's the reason why.
Now here's Len, averaging 8 points a game. Here's Tucker. He's covered by Leonard. Knight passes to Len. Green dishes to Leonard. Back to Green. It's stolen by Morris. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And Brandon Knight the bucket on the assist from Tucker. Knight's got his first basket of the night.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
Now here's Joseph. To the inside. Splitter. They kick it out to Green. Outside Leonard. Now here's Joseph. There's Green with the 3. The shot is off. To the paint. Here's Knight. Morris kicks it to Tucker. Trying to find Bledsoe. Gets it to him. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know it's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
The Suns shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And in general, this has been a very good foul shooting team, about 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results. And the Suns training staff renowned around the league for their ability to keep players healthy. They're at the forefront, biomechanics and all that new school stuff. The results have been terrific. It's called preventative maintenance.
He can become a weapon for them if he gets going early from long range.
Knight passes to Morris. The feed now to Bledsoe. Morris dishes to Bledsoe, and it's blocked. Spurs leading by 3. Stolen by Len. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Knight leading the charge, and that is good. Knight's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they'd love to have a few more easy baskets like that to kind of set the tone for the rest of the game.
For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And when you ask people in the Suns organization about the training staff, Steve, they say they really hold players accountable. And that's the key in many people's minds.
Well, I was there with them, Kevin, as general manager for several years, and that staff is as good as any. And there's no doubt. I mean, if there's no commitment from the players to their conditioning and their training, it doesn't matter how good the training staff is, it's not going to work.
So he gets the whistle. Contact up. On the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Brandon Knight primarily was effective as a spot-up three-point shooter in his first couple of seasons in the league, but he's getting better at attacking the rim and drawing fouls. He's steadily increasing his attempts at the line.
And the Spurs making a change here. Baines is checked in. And Steve, Brandon Knight working on change of speed going into last season. That helped him get inside and draw those fouls.
And you can see he spent time in the weight room, Kevin. He has that frame to carry extra muscle, and it's enabling him now to power through contact and get to the rim. He's getting a lot better.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Suns trail by 5. Here's Bledsoe. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Feeds the Len. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Clock at 6. Bledsoe kicks to Len. A nice shot by Knight. Knight's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's feeling it here to start the game. That's 3 out of 4 already.
Spurs leading by 3. Joseph with the ball. Rebounded by Tucker.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Green left side. And he uses the glass on the layup.
How about the first quarter for him at the offensive end? He's really had the touch going.
Suns trail by 5. And Bledsoe, here we go. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Bledsoe's got his first bucket of the night.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
Tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Now here's Joseph. Guarded by Bledsoe. Bonner's shot good.
They've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And it's not just their passing, but their cutting, their movement together as a unit that's led to that.
Now here's Bledsoe, averaging 18 points a game. Knight dishes to Len. Knight against Green. Knight passes to Tucker. Len kicks to Bledsoe. Len dishes to Bledsoe. There's the pass to Len. Tries again. Rebound San Antonio. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance. Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But, you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Phoenix. Calls timeout. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back out of the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical. It's been fast. It's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Mills with it, guarded by Bledsoe. Shots good by Mills.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Now here's Bledsoe. And against the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Very effective screen to set up the jumper. That was the key to that play.
San Antonio leading by 5. And Mills kicks to Baines. Pass to Leonard. Green with a screen for Leonard. He feeds it to Mills. Dishes it to Diaw. From the baseline. Connects. The jumper drops. And the Spurs lead by 7.
Boy, really nice job to take what the defense was giving them there.
For Phoenix, they've gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. And here's Bledsoe. He dishes it to Knight. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season in Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
We talk about Brandon Knight's scrappiness. He ended up on some posters trying to make the right defensive play.
I think you and everybody else remembers that DeAndre Jordan dunk, but you got to give him credit. He was trying to make a defensive play, and ended up getting posterized, but I like his effort at that end of the floor.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Green. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Brandon Wright's checked in for Alex Len. Warren comes in for Morris. Gerald Green, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Thornton in for Eric Bledsoe. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They went to Phoenix for their last meeting with the Suns and came out with a win.
Yeah, that last meeting, they won the game, and remember, it was a huge day for the bench. I mean, they got some key points from their reserves.
Here's Mills, coming off a stellar performance against Detroit. Steve talked about the contribution they got from their bench in winning this matchup last time, Clark, and it was a great game for them in that regard.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, the depth they have was apparent on that day. I mean, there was no drop-off when they went to their bench, and the coach has to be extremely confident knowing that his reserves can handle their weight.
Now, here is Knight. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And Thornton kicks to Green. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Right. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall. Pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Leonard attacking. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And Wright, because he's light-weighted, can struggle in matchups with stronger opponents. But he is a shot blocker. His length really helps. Him in pick-and-roll situations.
First one falls.
And for Wright, it seems like he'll always be slight of build, but he hasn't been one to chafe over his playing time. He just focuses on playing well in the minutes he earns.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, I think that the Suns need to change their strategy against Leonard.
He's already got 8 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
Now, a lot of times, he's one of those players who can get hot and stay hot from the three-point line. So I look for him to continue to search for shots out there.
Spurs leading by 3. Now Mills, averaging 12 points a game. Anderson outside. Pass to Bellinelli. Leonard kicks to Mills from 12 feet out. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down. Well, he's got to watch himself now. I mean, that's 2 fouls already, and he can't afford another.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in this first half.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here's Mills. There's the dish to Diaw. Kicks it to Bellinelli. Fires the 3. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. And the Spurs lead by 4.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Passes to Green. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. Wright, the pass to Green. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Thornton dishes to Wright. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The 3 from Mills. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And Thornton kicks tonight. Back to Thornton. Wright sets a screen for Thornton. Blocked. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Allen's checked in for Kawhi Leonard.
In for Spurs, Ray Allen.
Wright sets a screen for Thornton. And it's Thornton again missing.
I tell you what, you can shake your confidence missing wide open shots like that.
And there's the feed to Diaw. It's up a 3. Green with the rebound. Suns trail by 4. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. The shot by Knight, no good.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Here's Mills. He kicks it to Bellinelli. Feeds to Mills. Gets it off. Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Well, that clock was expiring just before he shot it, or so it would appear on the replay. In real time, I couldn't really tell whether he got it off in time.
And you know, as a player, it's so difficult to know exactly where the clock is. You have an idea of it, and you know you've got to get that shot off. But whether you actually got it off or not, it's tricky. I mean, I think even the player sometimes has a tough time figuring it out.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
Next Tuesday night, January 13th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Eric Bledsoe and the Phoenix Suns. You don't want to miss it.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve. What have they been doing or not doing?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
San Antonio leading by 4. We've got Boris Diaw. Anderson is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Allen in at the 2 guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Mills with it. Now defended by Warren. Just 5 on the clock. And that's good. Marco Bellinelli for 3. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio. The Suns shooting from the field. 44%, not bad.
even as the Spurs continue to grow older, it's really hard to write them off. I mean, it's incredible how long this team has been ruling the roost in the West and contending for championships.
Here's Mills after Eric Bledsoe's score. Anderson, a screen on Bledsoe. Mills passes to Anderson. Dishes to Bellinelli. Another shot. Rebounded by Granger.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Bledsoe kicks to Green. Back to Bledsoe. On the wing, Green. Defended by Anderson. 13 feet away. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short-stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Mills with it. The pass to Diaw. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Diaw's got his second basket.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points. I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
Oh, that's blocked. And here's Mills. Allen for the three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Wright. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear.
San Antonio making a switch here. Splitters checked in, and Phoenix also making a switch. Tucker's checked in.
What is insane about the Spurs and how successful they are as a franchise is that in their entire franchise history, they've only missed the playoffs 4 times. That is absolutely remarkable.
Mills with it, and Granger picks him up defensively. Shot's good by Mills.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here's Bledsoe, covered by Mills. No good from Bledsoe.
And with the Spurs in the playoffs, you can't even begin to think about a postseason without the Spurs being involved. Only 4 absences since 1976. That's incredible.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Timeout call, the Suns. Of course, with the Spurs, the last time they missed the playoffs, they drafted perhaps one of the best power forwards of all time in Tim Duncan.
Well, you know, he's a part of why they haven't missed the playoffs since, but the organization has run really well from top to bottom, and they deserve nothing but the success they've had since their inception because of that.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Spurs. Joseph comes in for Patty Mills. And the Suns also making a change. Alex Len's checked in for Brandon Wright. Now here's Len. Pass to Green. And the whistle blows. It'll be on Thiago Splitter. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Already he's looking at his 3rd foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the 3rd quarter.
Now here's Green. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. And Joseph kicks to Allen. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
all these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
I agree, guys, and the points add up in a hurry when you start giving up easy looks from long range.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, Tim Duncan's such a huge part of this Spurs team on and off the court. As Coach Pop put it, he's a consummate pro. He takes great pride in fulfilling his responsibility to his teammates. He feels it very strongly. He's sets the tone for the whole team. He's done it from the beginning, and people fall in line. Kevin, what a luxury.
A great player and great leader. Thanks, Doris.
That's his first personal foul.
The Spurs shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Thiago Splitter. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
Now here's Len. Tucker dishes to Green. They get a hand on it. Tries to keep it alive. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession. And the Suns making a change here. Morris is checked in. Here's Tucker. 14. Points from him the last game against Minnesota.
And he played great at the defensive end of the floor, too. Kevin had a couple of important block shots in that game, so good all-around effort.
Anderson, he's checked in for Ray Allen. Here's Tucker. Shot clock at 2. No good from Bledsoe.
Well, some nights Kawhi Leonard will give you 20 points, some nights he'll give you 6, but he always keeps his focus on the defensive end of the court where he's become the Spurs' designated stopper.
Suns trail by 15. Green with the ball. Now Green defending. Bledsoe passes to Green. Lenka kicks to Green. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Bledsoe, and it's blocked by Anderson. They retain possession. They retain possession. San Antonio leading by 15. Leonard dishes to Green. Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
17 seconds.
The Suns have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And Kawhi Leonard possessing a range 7-4 arm span.
Not to mention those gigantic mitts of his. I mean, those are almost 12 inches across, Kevin, and he knows how to use them. It's not just that he's long and he's got big hands. This kid showed an aggressiveness and a confidence in the NBA Finals last season that really, really was impressive.
Good comment. San Antonio calls timeout. Spurs have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. And Joseph kicks to Anderson. Stolen by Len. And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game. When they've got it clicking, it's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
And so it's San Antonio with it. The Suns getting the bucket. Clock at 4. Leonard attacking. Can't hit from in close.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Bledsoe passes to Len. Back to Bledsoe. He feeds it to Morris.
Defensive foul.
And clearly Jeff Hornacek wants to talk it over.
Kawhi Leonard has been talked about and mentioned as the future of this San Antonio Spurs team. 23 years old is all he is, and already a great defender and a much improved shooter from his days at San Diego State.
And some changes here for the Spurs. Baines is checked in. And it's Mills in for Corey Joseph. Shot from free throw range, and the shot is long. And for Kawhi Leonard, we know about his defense, but you think, Steve, he can become a go-to offensive player?
Well, he's going to need to, Kevin, when Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan move on. This is going to be Kawhi Leonard's team. And I thought what was interesting was the Spurs gave him more of a burden last year offensively. They started to give him more and more looks isolation-wise down on the block. And he's developed at a beautiful rate. He's coming into his own. And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Green kicks to Len. Down low. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening, Steve.
No, it's off the charts. It really is. And defensively, I mean, they have to start shutting down some of those lanes to the hoop.
Here's Mills. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Mills has got 6.
You know, the defense didn't exactly try to fight around that screen, and that's why it turned into the easy basket.
Bledsoe right side, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Eric Bledsoe is still on the come as a playmaker and shooter, but because of his great physical gifts, he is certainly a rising star in the NBA.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And Steve Bledsoe, 6'1" with the 6'8" wingspan, blinding athleticism, and he's an aggressive defender.
Yeah, he's a guy who applies a lot of pressure on the ball. He attacks the glass offensively. He's given us some highlight reel blocks, too. I mean, this young guy is explosive.
Mills with it, guarded by Bledsoe. And Mills kicks to Anderson. Just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. There's the bucket. Good. And that's 13 points for Leonard.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Pass to Len, and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
There's an opportunity to look at some stats for... Eric Bledsoe. Last 10 games for him have been very nice. He's putting up 14 points a night, 8 assists and 5 rebounds. Certainly not numbers he should be disappointed in, but we know what a high standard he holds himself to.
Well, quite honestly, I hope he's not disappointed. I mean, he's been giving them major contributions on a daily basis.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Thornton comes in for Green, and Knight subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now here's Leonard. And another basket for San Antonio.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Green against Thornton. Len dishes to Morris. Anderson with the block. They get it back. Knight for 3. That one goes. Count it. Knight's got 14 points for the game.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Now Mills. 6 points for him. He dishes it to Anderson. Kicks to Green. Leonard on the wing. Fade away. Again, the Spurs good for two.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Suns trail by 17. Here's Knight. 14 points for him. Stolen by Anderson. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. There's the lob to the hoop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout, just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that's not going to be able to continue if they hope to get back into this game, Clark. It's a deflating play for your morale.
Here's Len. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. Boris Diaz checked in for the Spurs.
Substitution for the Spurs. Boris Diaz.
Up top, Knight. Covered by Mills. Clock at 4. The steal. Outside, Green. Off target from outside. Suns trail by 19. Knight with it, averaging 16 points a game. On the wing, Thornton. 5 to shoot. Takes the 12-footer and hits. Thornton's got his second bucket. 1:22 left to play in the first half. And here's Mills. He's got 6. There's the dish to Baines. Green passes to Mills. And Anderson has it in the corner. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Suns have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. Here's Thornton. Banked in off the glass. Thornton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It looks like he's finding his touch now because the shots are starting to fall.
Here's Mills. He's guarded by Knight. They get it back. There's the block. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the half.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
He's had 6 attempts at the line, made 5 of them.
You know, he's been getting it done so far at the line in this one.
Yeah, making very effective use of the free throw line, knocking them down time and again.
And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
Here's Phoenix has got going on right now. Brandon Wright's checked in for Alex Len. And Warren subbed in for P.J. Tucker. "17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Anderson kicks to Joseph. San Antonio again missing. Here's Thornton. He has 6. Warren dishes to Thornton. With 1 on the clock, but they'll get another chance. And that concludes the first half. It's San Antonio. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but you know, anything can happen. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Well, he created a lot of opportunities for himself in the first couple of quarters. And tell you what, he was smart with his shot making, too. Really took good ones.
You know, points per shot attempted is really one of the undervalued stats in the game, and it's a real measurement of efficient scoring.
Spurs leading by 13. And on the floor for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half. They've got P.J. Tucker. Brandon Knight is out there at Bledsoe. Then there's Markieff Morris. And it's Len in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Just 5 on the clock. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. While we can, let's get a quick check of our 2K leaderboard for a glimpse at one of the NBA's most elite groups. The top three-point shooting wingman in the league. Second is Kawhi Leonard.
And you've got a dilemma when it comes to any of the guys on this list. Stay up tight on them on the perimeter and risk them blowing by you, or back off and give up the 3.
As well as they shoot it from out there, Steve, you know, I'd take option number 1 and hope for some help if they get by me, because you give him room near the arc, and they'll make you regret it.
Well, it wasn't too long ago that the Suns were selling first-round picks. Now the complete opposite. This team's stacking up draft picks as they look to go young and rebuild this club.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, the Spurs, not necessarily a glamour franchise, but maybe the NBA's model franchise. The longest streak of 50-win seasons in league history, 5 championships, and a litany of former Spurs working as head coaches and GMs around the league. Tim Duncan said people aren't envious of their image, but they're envious of how they run things. They get it done, Kevin.
Sure do. An incredible run. Thanks, Doris. Suns trail by 12. Bledsoe outside. Morris with the bucket. Morris has got 6.
Very clever passing. That was just beautifully done.
And San Antonio shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. Joseph, the pass to Splitter. And blocked. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And Leonard gets it to go.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Bledsoe outside. Here's Knight. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. 18 points for him.
Getting off on the right track here early to start the half with some penetration.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Kevin, and looking back over the last month, let's check out how Phoenix stacked up. First in rebounding, first in blocks, and they also show up as a top 5 three-point shooting team. I mean, that's tall cotton there. Elite level marksmanship from behind the arc.
Then probably what impresses me the most, Clark, out of all those stats you're talking about is the rebounds per game, because this is a team that has become very physical. They'll put a body on you, and they'll really dominate the paint if you don't stand up to the task and really attack them back.
San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in. Poked away. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Leaps for it. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Pass to Morris. Inside, here's Tucker. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And they're beginning to fall apart a little bit defensively, especially inside.
Well, that's 4 straight buckets now at the rim.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, pretty average numbers for him from the foul line, shooting about 75%.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by. And their solid play in the paint continues, guys.
Well, that's been the focus, Clark, as we've watched. I mean, they've created one chance after another inside.
Morris, no good. Spurs leading by 11. The drive by Green. Here's Diaw. No good with the triple. The Suns have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Bledsoe outside. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And let's take a look at the stat sheet here for Eric Bledsoe. Over the last month, he's been one of the standouts statistically in the league. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 5 rebounds. If it was an average player putting up those numbers, we'd say they were spectacular.
Yeah,
but for him, they're simply run-of-the-mill.
And how much does that tell you about the talent he has? I mean, when the spectacular passes his average, that speaks volumes.
That free throw good from Bledsoe.
Check out the game for Eric Bledsoe. He has 9 points and 3 dimes. Passing and free throws, those are 2 areas where you love to get production.
Yeah, the passing gives the offense flow, and the free throws give you easy points. So it's been a nice night for him so far.
Jeff Ayers is jacked in for San Antonio. Here's Ayers. The feed to Green. Outside Leonard. He kicks to Ayers. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Leonard. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Phoenix foul.
Excellent execution of the plan there.
First personal foul, team second.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Well, you look at the numbers on the season, he's shooting 86% from the free throw line.
And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line. You know, the Spurs, because of their way of conducting business and their low-key personality, have never really been ratings darlings for the NBA, despite being considered and respected as a model franchise in the league. The team's color of silver and black, I think, fits their style. It's not really flashy or gaudy, but it does point out their business-like approach and how precise they play and how much they win.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And you look at the Spurs' lack of branding, if you will. It starts from the top down, from Coach Popovich to Tim Duncan. They don't court media attention. They're close to the vest, all business, all about winning.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for Green. Phoenix with the ball. A 12-point game. And following this game, they'll challenge the Grizzlies on the road at the FedEx Forum in Memphis. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them. And the Spurs look for a certain kind of player, Clark. I know you're interested in this. The players they get are uninterested in the spotlight. Pop calls them guys that have gotten over themselves.
That's a great way to phrase it, because they're others-focused and not self-focused. And that's something that really lends itself well in a culture which glamorizes the I and not the group. And you can see it in the Spurs. They are all about business, and all of the extra stuff is not what appeals to them. They're interested in winning and having fun and enjoying each other, and that's why they're a championship organization and team.
That's a good blueprint.
Yes, it is.
And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. Spurs leading by 14. Now Mills. He has 6. To the inside. Leonard kicks to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Leonard. He's guarded closely. That one goes. Count it. Leonard's got 12 now in this quarter.
And the buckets always coming in bunches for him. And right now, they are really rolling.
And Bledsoe, here we go. Here's Len. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Ayers kicks to Mills. Dial, the screen. Puts up a 3. Right wing. Launches it. And play stops as it looks like they call an over the back here.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And that's helped with their passing game, too, because they're getting a lot of assists by sharing the ball and moving it.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Brandon Knight. Here's Leonard. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. I mean, he looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Phoenix, no good that time either. San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run right now. Goes up. Boom, he jams it straight down.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
Well, and the steal made it possible. It all starts with the defense, and they could use a few more sequences like that one.
Here's Mills after the Suns pick up 2. Outside Leonard. Bledsoe comes over to help. Spurs working the ball around now. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Feeds the Len. Back to Green. The shot will not go. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. Really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
Now, here's Diaz. He has 5. Leonard, no luck.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Now, here's Green. And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China and his native Australia, it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player. Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter, too.
Gerald Green, hot and cold throughout his career, drafted 17th back in 2005. Steve. The 2007 dunk contest champ. We were there to see that. Then out of the league for over 2 seasons.
Well, Kevin, he was even waived by his teams in Russia and China. So you think about how much he's improved. It's incredible. He's always had the talent to play in this league. I think, had to figure out his niche and understand, how to limit his mistakes. But last year, a terrific campaign for him.
Here's Green following the three-pointer by San Antonio. And the shot is good. Wright's got his second bucket tonight.
Boy, where was the box out? too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team. And you talk about Green's dunk contest win is 6'8" with a 39-inch vertical. I think that 39 might be low. I've seen Gerald put his head in the rim and look down. And I mean in games, hey, I can't even do it justice trying to describe it. Just go online and look up some of Gerald Green's dunks. You'll be amazed.
Now here's Granger. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Spurs leading by 14. Here's Joseph. There's a good screen. Goes up with it. Bledsoe with the rebound.
Then you look at Green's athleticism. I think he can continue to improve as far as rebounding and defense. He has all the tools to be an impact player at that end as well.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there. Kevin, he was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups. I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. And a change for the Suns. Warren's checked in. And there before you... the teams that have been absolutely red hot for the last 10 games. Number one, the Spurs.
It's due to better shot selection lately, Kevin. They're taking their time to make sure the shots they take go in. Really good self-discipline there.
Now, here's Joseph. On the wing, Green. And Wright pulls it down. Wright's got his fourth rebound in this one. Warren with the ball. Now Green defending. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And a moment here now to see the numbers for Gerald Green. How last month turned out for him. He's averaging about 14 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And you really can't find much fault with him as far as his performances lately.
Yeah, he's been very, very dependable, steady, doing pretty much everything they've asked of him. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start varying some of those.
Marcus Thornton, he's checked in for the Suns.
Substitution for the Suns. Marcus Thornton.
Dishes to Warren. Outside, Green. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Yes.
Green's got 8 points.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Now, here's Joseph. Guarded by Bledsoe.
The Phoenix Suns franchise with the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Maybe we shouldn't have been surprised with their resurgent play last season. This is a franchise that throughout its history has found ways to win.
Well, when you look at the Suns 2 seasons ago, their worst winning percentage since the team's inaugural season, Clark, back in 1968.
And at that time, their 3rd straight season missing the playoffs. That hadn't happened since the 80s, but boy, did they bounce back in a big way.
Yeah, they were tough last year, you're right. No good on the second free throw.
They're not making them pay right now. Their free throw percentage has dropped all the way down to below 60%. That's unacceptable, and that certainly is not winning basketball.
Now here's Bledsoe. 13 points in the game. And the foul called on Daniel Green. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Gerald Green.
Well, for Tim Duncan and the Spurs, an incredible legacy of dominance. In his 17 years in the league, the Spurs have never won less than 61% of their games. Not to mention, of course, 5 finals appearances and 4 NBA championships.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Here's Baines, guarded by Wright. Joseph dishes to Baines. He used that pick to get in close. And the Spurs lead by 9. And the Spurs have done an amazing job, Clark, over the years surrounding Duncan with the right kind of talent.
And Tim Duncan has done a great job leading and making adjustments in his own game. They're a team with great scouting and development of their players. You talk to players who've been there. That's one of the things they rave about, Kevin, is they get the attention for their individual development. And all of their players were not lottery picks. Most of them were mid, late first-round picks, some second-round guys. And it's just another example of doing it the right way at the highest level.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down.
And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Now here's Joseph. And there's the pass to Bellinelli. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Suns trail by 9. Bledsoe outside. Wright sets a screen for Thornton. Pass to Wright. And Thornton kicks to Bledsoe. He feeds it to Warren. Offensive rebound. Wright. It's blocked.
Definitely a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Yeah, the wise move would be to find themselves a quick shot right away.
Bellinelli with the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the 3-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Now, here's Green. He's got 10. Knocks it loose. In transition, here come the Spurs. Joseph leading the charge. Shrugs off the contact and dunks it. He'll go to the free throw line.
Everything's falling now, and this lead continues to increase.
Yeah, it's just way too hard to keep up with a scoring pace like this. I mean, and that's why the defense is having a tough time.
The Spurs have shot just above 55% of the line, going 5 of 9. Here is Knight. He's got 18. There's a good screen. Over in the corner, Green. And out of bounds is San Antonio. Possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
Stolen by Warren. That one's off. Still out of sync. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 15. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter.
Next Tuesday, January 13th, Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go up against Derek Favors and the Utah Jazz, live from Salt Lake City. Big-time hoops coming your way.
Suns trail by 15. Bellinelli is out there with Anderson. Then there's Allen. Then it's Aaron Baines. And it's Joseph in at point guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. And finished off by Wright.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
And San Antonio shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. And Baines kicks to Joseph. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Over in the corner, Green. A three ball. Len passes to Wright. They kick it out to Green. Green missing again. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Joseph with the ball. Anderson right side. Kicks it out to Allen. Just 5 on the clock. His three-pointers off the mark. Suns trail by 15. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Green in the post. He's against Anderson. Green dishes to Knight. From deep, Thornton. The rebound by the Spurs. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
And I'll be anxious to see what ends up happening with that Timberwolves game. That should be a close one.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Now here's Joseph. Left side, Anderson. That drops. Suns trail by 15. Knight kicks to Thornton. And Ray Allen gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Sun changes for Phoenix. Markieff Morris comes in for Brandon Wright. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Marcus Thornton. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Knight kicks to Len. And that one's good.
Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
Spurs leading by 13. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. A different look now for San Antonio. Leonard, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And it's Mills in for Joseph. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich coaching his team during that last break. He laid one thing out there for them, saying, now is the time to eliminate any chance of a mistake. We've got a good lead. Don't take any unnecessary risks or commit a silly foul. Smart basketball from here on out.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
At the line for your Spurs, Patty Mills. At the line for 2.
Free throw good. Mills. And both free throws good for Mills.
So far in the game for Mills, he's got 8 points and a block. He's having a great passing game and is knocking down those foul shots as well.
Yeah, he's been rock solid throughout this game and really been a big factor in this offensive performance for his team.
Here's Mills. Pass to Leonard. Over in the corner, Allen. The three-pointer off the mark. Suns trail by 15. Outside, Green to the middle. And that one is stuffed right through. I like that they're taking it inside and taking advantage of each opportunity, Clark, to chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and doing it with the dunk is a major energizer, too. Gets the momentum going.
Yeah, and I think the interior defense as good a job offensively as we saw. The defensive presence was almost non-existent. They may see this lead disappear if they continue to give up those easy points.
And here is Knight. Len sets a screen for Green. Power down with both hands.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played, inside. I mean, if you can go over the top like that, you've got a great advantage.
There's the screen. Here's Mills. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Green against Allen. Knight passes to Morris. 6 to shoot. Here's Len, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
That's the 10th straight. Point they've given up in the paint. I guess the good news is they've taken away the outside shot.
Well, you know what? It doesn't matter how good their perimeter defense is if they're going to allow inside looks as easy as that.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Phoenix. And Leonard has it in the corner. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
At the line for your Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Leonard. So both teams making some changes here. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Suns trail by 13. Bledsoe outside. Kicks it to Morris. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Second team foul.
And Tucker kicks to... Oh!
Look out!
Assist from.
Now, that was an incredible reverse throwdown right there. Tremendous body control.
I'd even go as far to say, Clark, that was a punctuation dunk.
I can feel that.
Sending a message.
Yes, sir.
A message, and put it on the highlight reel for later.
San Antonio again missing.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots just have not dropped for him today.
Out left to the wing, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
Spurs leading by 11. Leonard on the wing. No one near him. That's good on the jump shot. Leonard's got 18 points just in the second half.
You know, they've been able to depend on his offense all game long, guys. He's drained a lot of shots out here.
And between now and the horn, Steve, the ball should be in his hands as much as possible if they want to continue to build this lead.
Now here's Bledsoe. He dishes it to Morris. Just 5 on the clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
San Antonio's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. And Mills kicks to Green. The dish to Mills. Takes a 3. The shot is off. And Phoenix the other way now. Now Knight. Len sets a screen for Knight. Tucker dishes to Len, and that is good. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
I wasn't so sure he could get it turned around after that poor first half, but he's got it rolling here a little bit in the second.
Outside Leonard passes it to Diaw. Outside Green. There's the feed to Splitter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. Hands the 12-footer. Leonard's got 39.
He's been working some magic out there to... Hey guys, this lead has been largely his making.
Now here's Bledsoe. It's Morris atop the key. Tipped away. Feeds to Mills. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Spurs, Patty Mills. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Mills. Suns trail by 15. Here's Knight. Len sets a screen for Knight. And Bledsoe, here we go. He kicks to Len. Bledsoe right side. Just 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Len, good.
Assistant, Eric Bledsoe.
San Antonio leading by 13. Mills with it. Dishes to Splitter. There's the pass to Leonard. He feeds it to Green. Leonard on the wing. Back to Green. Plenty of space. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know, normally when you dominate on the glass, it really shows up on the scoreboard, but not so much here today.
You're right, Steve. Typically, it is a good barometer that indicates who's winning, but not so.
And the shot is good.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
And here's Mills. Diaw, the screen. Mills passes to Diaw. Green kicks to Leonard. Back to Green. Puts it up from 17. Rebound by the Suns. Morris has got 5 rebounds tonight. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Cleans up the mess with the savage put-back flush.
They've gotten some good second chances here in the second half, and that kind of extra effort will go a long way into cutting into this deficit.
Here's Mills. Outside Leonard. Out to the right wing. Lots of room. And good on the basket. Bookins. And the Spurs lead by 10. Phoenix has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And the Suns call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's on fire. They needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Jeff Hornacek had to say to his team. He told Len that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is looking for him to take on a lot of responsibility when they've got the ball, to be a leader at the offensive end. Likely the final major changes to their game plan as they try to make a late comeback here in the fourth. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. Shot's good.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Clark, they can burn some clock if they want to.
Yeah, and maybe buy a little oxygen while they're doing it.
Here's Mills. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a three-point play.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Your Spurs, Patty Mills at the line for one.
Free throw good, Mills.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Bledsoe dishes to Tucker. Pass to Morris. That one off the back iron and out. Spurs leading by 11. Leonard attacking.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the officials.
At the line for your Spurs, Kawhi Leonard. At the line for two.
A free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Suns trail by 13. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. Here's Len. It's blocked. And so it looks like the Suns will retain possession here. .124 left in the fourth quarter. Bledsoe passes tonight, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists in the game. Spurs leading by 11. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Len. Up top, Bledsoe, covered by Mills. Another 3 for Phoenix. 1:06 left in the fourth quarter. The Spurs have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Now Green. Leonard with the ball. Now guarded by Len. Morris with the rebound. And the foul call on Kawhi Leonard. That's his 5th foul. And the Suns call time here. They're down by 8. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Phoenix has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Clark, they're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, and they don't need to do anything to reinvent the wheel here. I mean, just take time off the clock and squeeze the orange. Don't turn it over.
And Mills kicks to Diaw. Leonard on the wing. Spurs passing it around. 6 to shoot. Unloads from 13. And he gets the jumper to drop. Leonard's got 43 points.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. Been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere's been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
Bledsoe dishes to Len. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
out sailing.
Yes.